All right. What's up, everybody? I drank last night and just woke up, and I'm probably getting ghosted again. So, got something special happened last night, mind you. All right, I'm sorry how fucking shaky this camera is. Something really, not even last night, this morning. I was talking to a friend. Shout out to Zed, one of my mods on Discord, one of my very loyal viewers on chat. What is up, Chris? Welcome to stream. Something really interesting happened. I was talking to Zed today, and you know, I went out with someone last night. Didn't technically go out with them. Chris, I might respond to the chat a little bit slower today, just because you gotta. Where's my fucking pizza? I gotta get this off my chest. I discovered something last night. All right, last night would have been the first time. Remember, actually, I do. Last night would have been, I think, the first time in my life where I went out with a 10, with a my definition of a 10. Okay, and it's such an interesting thing. I've always, on a scale of 1 to 10, right? I've always said that I confidently believe I'm like a 7, maybe 7.5, which I think is just average, right? I've always felt like I'm just a 7, 7.5. But personality, I think I'm a 10. That's just who I am. Not maybe not like humor wise, but in terms of like overall passion, caring for people, having like a good heart. I always thought I was a 10. So even if I didn't have best looks, personality matters. And if I'm comfortable enough around someone, I can, crack jokes and shit like that. I just have to warm up. So where am I going with all this? It didn't hit me until I spent what was probably 3 hours with the 10, that I found out that I'm the 10. So let me explain. Um, Whether I am or I'm not ghosted this morning, it wasn't until I kind of talked to Zed and kind of explained out the situation did I realize that I was like, wow, why would this person not want to hang out again, or what could I have done differently? And then I really thought to myself, nothing. I didn't have to do anything differently. I don't have to change who I am as a person. And this goes to everyone, regardless of age. If you're younger, you're probably newer to experience. I'm talking like 15, 16-year-old kind of dating. That's probably where you start, in my opinion, unless it's like 18, 19. But generally, 15 to 20s, I would assume, when people start dating. And probably not serious dating until after that. But you might fall in love with your high school sweetheart. So I just realized I can problem this fucking thing. I'm just do that. So the really interesting thing is, when as I'm talking to him and I'm like, what if I get ghosted, this and that, I realize it doesn't matter if that person messages me back, because I have always, and I will always continue to give my honest efforts as a person to try with someone, right? If I'm gonna go out and then I kind of like someone or I kind of don't, but I'm gonna half-ass the entire experience, I don't know. Maybe I mean, I'm 23 now, so we're in college level. Everyone wants to go out, everyone wants to drink, everyone wants to have sex, and that's just the life that I live in right now. But I've never really done well with my age group from elementary school until now. I have never got along with my age group, and I don't know if it's the age or if it's the culture, but title of the video, I simping is not a real thing, at least right now. That's how I feel about it. I didn't even know what the hell this word was until like a week ago, and then I was like, I guess you could call me that, in the sense that I will always try to be genuine or honest with anyone that I meet. And it's so interesting how there's a label behind it. It's putting someone on a pedestal, where I feel like, as a human, and maybe it's because of the way I was raised with parents and just general morals and stuff, that you should not be penalized. You should not ever approach someone and half-ass any kind of experience or any kind of potential relationship you could have with them, because you are scared or you're cautious or whatever. Like if it got to the point where you can consider, wow, I want to like get to know this person, or I want to, share some kind of experience with them. I don't feel like it's legitimate or fair to go out and not give an honest effort, because at the end of the day, you give an honest effort. What's the worst that can happen to you? What is so bad about being genuine with someone that, like, I mean, maybe it's bar culture. I've been sort of drinking last year and I've been going to bars for a year, but it just never made any sense to me where, I want to meet this guy, but I might use a fake name, or he can't know this about me, or I need to hide that because I might scare him off. It's like, this goes. I watch a lot of Reddit readings nowadays, and it kind of goes back to, I was watching something earlier about like dick size or whatever, and it's like it's not what you have, it's kind of how you use it. And the problem is that if you find someone and all they care about is the the physical, there was no relationship to begin with. And I always say, if people want to have sex, Pornhub exists, or Hentai Haven, or whatever you're into. But if the connection is nothing more than some kind of sexual affliction, why even give someone a name? If you don't want anything to do with their mental, you might as well just throw a fucking paper bag on them and just be like, yeah, let's just go to a hotel. It's never made any sense to me whatsoever. Through my childhood and seeing adults, now being in my adult life and experiencing it firsthand with people, it doesn't make any sense how we live in a day and age where being a genuine person is something that you could label as bad. It just never made, like, I'm not out here giving out my social to people, but it's just so confusing how that's just crazy world we live in. My little brother Zach, and I've just had so many life, like, epiphanies, or like these sense of self empowerment type of deals go on, because I always thought Zach, the little brother, was I always thought Zach was the most attractive one in my family. Like, like that's the guy, get all the girls, whatever that. I always thought he was the most attractive. It's Zach and Zainab, and then most of us are already married, so then it's either probably Mustafa or Enes, and then me. I always thought I was the most least attractive person in the family, but it's amazing because um, I think I have the best personality, and that's just me as a person. And I'm not trying to oversell myself, because like I said, I'm a very genuine person, very transparent. I'm not trying to oversell myself kind of deal. I just speak openly, and it wasn't until I got into a physical altercation for in the first time in my life that I stood up and I defended myself. I grew up with a lot of bad shit going on, but it wasn't until I really started standing up for myself physically and mentally, am I realizing that it's just so unfortunate that what society claims as a 10, they can look amazing, but they can just have terrible personalities. They like, and I think maybe if they've been on that pedestal, or they've been treated on that pedestal for so long by any person, by like, oh, she has nice tits or whatever it is, she's so saturated with that attention. This goes for the guys as well, because they probably get, a lot of attention if you're a 10. That model 10, at the end of the day, isn't a 10. That could be like, you get that like visually appealing, like I don't know if you guys are into food and stuff, right? But if you ever get like this really nice plate of food at like some fancy restaurant, part of what you're paying for is the presentation. The food might taste like shit, and it doesn't have to, but maybe it doesn't match your profile. I'm treating women like fancy food at a nice restaurant, right? It might look amazing, but that doesn't mean the second it touches your tongue that you're gonna enjoy it, that it matches what you're like. Maybe I'm a spicy and this is a sweet kind, like nothing has to match. It can just visually look beautiful, but it's not worth shit. And I think it's just unfortunate that regardless if I am going to like or dislike that person or like or dislike that piece of food, that I'm gonna half-ass the experience, you know? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it makes someone a simp for trying, for wanting something to work out, you know? I don't, because you can never really know someone. Like if you meet anyone on the street right now, you know nothing about them. And I just come from the perspective where yes, they could be a serial killer. Yes, they could be this terrible person, but why do they have to be? You know? That's just that's me from my young to adult life now. I don't know. It's like I've never put myself in like a really bad type of situation or environment, because I mean you can catch a vibe like, wow, this is probably something I shouldn't do, or you can easily tell when something is sketchy. But on the other hand, if it's not sketchy, why treat something that isn't sketchy like it's dangerous? It doesn't even, it's such a weird world where I wake up and I'm happy the 10 isn't calling me back or doesn't want to talk for whatever reason. Like I just had this epiphany. The more I talked about it, I'm like, wow, but she had a terrible personality and we probably wouldn't get along. And it's just, it's so amazing. In terms of sex, just bring it out or out there, right? For the girls that constantly can have whatever guys they want, how, um, what's the word? How engaged are they in like the bedroom kind of deal, right? Or do they just receive like carrying a conversation? Like I'm the guy that gets flustered around girls, right? Because I'm a shy person in general, right? I'm talking to a camera, but low key I'm talking to myself right now, you know. So I'm a pretty shy person in I'm a pretty shy person in general, even like on meeting up people. But it's so weird that I'm the one carrying the conversation. This is this person, right? I'm the one who carried the conversation. I'm the one who tried to make things work. I'm the one who tried to meet up. I'm the one who tried to put things together. And it's just like, I mean, League of Legends, gaming channel, right? It's like, am I on a date or am I carrying someone in my fucking backpack right now? And it's just like, why? Like, don't we both want to be here? Don't we both want to like chill, hang out, have a good time? And it's such a weird world we live in. If we're talking about sending gamer girls money for bathwater, I guess that's simp culture. I guess, maybe, but I don't think that's simp. I think there's some kind of um, social mental dysfunction going on there. I think that's totally different. But to undersell yourself, there's no reason to do that. And I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to you guys, but I think I'm really talking to myself. It's just like that's just crazy, right? This person who is the Model 10 or whatever, it like I deserve more than that, because there was so much wrong with that picture. I guess that's crazy, man. That just feels so wholesome. I guess is the right way to put it. It's crazy, because at the end of the day, I would still just be chilling, playing video games or doing some cutesy shit, because that's just who I am. I'm the guy that texts back too fast, not because I'm desperate, but because I don't know. I see a text, I'll reply. People are like, "Nah, we got to play games. We got to make them work for it." I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm boring, right? But I'm boring, but I'm genuine. I don't know. Weird world we live in. I guess it's cool though, because you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what you're gonna find. You know exactly how you feel. It just I I don't know. Like I think Mitchell Musso, Disney Channel, right? Hannah Montana. Mitchell Musso has a song called "The In Crowd," right? And I wasn't the popular guy at school, right? So it's just blows my fucking mind that I am not the popular guy. I was like one of the loners, right? The loner just dated the popular girl, and it was like, wow, I'm gonna go back with the loners because this is garbage. I'm not some preppy guy that cares about what's happening with Kim Kardashian's ass. That's just, I'm sorry, dude. That's just not me. I'm not superficial, and it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that the ideal model person and everything like, oh, you got to be quirky, you got to be funny, you got to be romantic, you got to do this, you got to do that. But I'm white bitch, and I'm just gonna do my fucking nails, and I need to keep up with Kylie Jenner's new makeup set, and dude, come on, man. Like, why even try? It's I'm on this Discord server, and a lot of girls there ask for nitro. I'm not being sexist, right? I'm just using an example. A lot of girls there will try and sell nudes because that's just the 2020 that we live in. They'll either try to sell nudes or they ask everyone for a Discord nitro. If you guys are familiar with that, it's kind of just like anything you have the premium version, like Hulu Premium. I don't think you can use Hulu without it. Fucking shit. Why can I not think of anything? It's like Uber. If you're familiar with Uber, it's like taking a bus, taking an Uber kind of thing, right? So Discord's Nitro is just like the upgraded version. You get all these special perks and shit, and the girls can do that all day long. But a guy who's like, "Hey, girls, hit me up in DM whatever." So all the girls be like, "Wow, guys are all simps here," and there's just one motherfucker. He was like, "So let me get this straight. All the guys here are simps, but all the girls ain't hoes just because they it was it was such a good time, and that double standard is so interesting where um it goes both ways, guys and girls both do it. There was just the guy, he drove me in an Uber the other day, and he was like, yeah, dude, if I'm with a girl, she needs to be going to work and she needs to have a job because I will not leave her ass at home alone. She's home alone, she's fucking someone behind my back and she's cheating on me, so I need to keep her occupied, and if she's cheating on me, I'm beating the fuck out of her. I was like, dude, can you pull over the car real quick? It was there's crazies on both sides, but I'm not really attracted to men, so I don't care what the men have to say. I just care about that. I care about my perfect 10, I guess. I don't care about the perfect 10. I care about my perfect 10. And my perfect 10 might be society's 5 or a 4, but at least I don't have to worry about her cheating on me or getting a goddamn divorce in the future. It's so crazy. It took me 23 years to love myself because there's no reason to feel that way. And it took me this happened, I think, like a week and a half ago, because I'm really trying to push myself to be more social, so that way when I do find the right person, I'm ready mentally, physically, whatever. I just have that confidence, and I am. I feel like I could just go pick up anyone right now. That's just literally where my mental is, because the fuck, I lost. Someone's talking outside, and I lost my train of thought. But it took me 23 years, but I could just go up to someone and be like, hey, you could say you're cute, you cannot say you're cute, but like, hey, I want to get to know you. You want to go hang out sometime, or you want to like get a cup of coffee. You want to like, my name's this. What are you doing today, kind of thing. And it took me 23 years to realize, no matter how much of a blow to my self-esteem, because I have shit level self-esteem right now. I'm pretty up there, like, honestly, I'm pretty up there, but I generally will have incredibly low levels of self-esteem. I verbalized it. I think I'm an average looking kind of guy. I'm not the most attractive kind of person or whatever, and it took me 23 years to realize that you can just go up and talk to someone, and at the end of the day, the worst thing that's going to happen is the person's going to say no, right? And no matter how much of an emotional blow that might be to your self-esteem, or wow, I'm upset, realistically, you've been through something worse. There is like I've broken my foot, right? Haven't talked to my dad in 10 years. Like, I have more painful shit than going up to a cute girl and being like, hey, you want to hang out? And she says no, and be like, well, all right then. That's all right then. That's just life. It's kind of like shoot your shot kind of deal, because if you do and she says yes, cool. You have the potential for something. And if the person says no, that's literally it. It's no. Like the word is 2 letters long, right? It's not I hate you, it's not fuck you, it's not I love you, it's not none of that. It's literally just no. Life goes on, and you can find better people. You can find people that are also into you the same way that you'd want to be into them, because just because the person's cute or the person's a model 10 doesn't mean that there's anything behind that you'd want. That's is just crazy. It's like, long story short, the shy girl doesn't have a lot of friends. Um, Probably has so much more to offer than you could know. Um, I dated one of those. She's was a keeper, but you know what? She also wasn't, because that's why she's my ex now. So life happens. You take those experiences, no matter how painful or whatever it was. Like for those of you that don't know, I was gonna propose to Jasmine. Part of the reason I love this YouTube channel so much that I do is because I originally opened it low key with her, but what ended up happening is the computer that I don't have right now, that's at Anna's and Sam's house. That's why I can't live stream at the moment. Um, I was gonna propose to her. I was gonna buy her an engagement ring for $900. She told me don't buy the ring. So that's basically me proposing to her and her saying no. So with it for 3 years, tried to propose to her. She's like, nah, dude. And you know what I did? I bought a gaming computer, and I've probably more than I appreciate. I've made more experiences with people online, and league. That's why I dumped myself into league. That was probably one of the worst times in my life, just because losing Jasmine, but also because I had so much else going on, and I've constantly dumped myself emotionally into video games. So, um, it's like a form of escapism. I don't know. Pretty sure that's what it's called. But it's just I love this channel, and I love you guys more than you guys could know. It's cool. Like, maybe I'll never be able to meet viewers or whatever face to face, but um, you guys are all amazing, and you all are valid, and you deserve people that are gonna love you as much as you love them. So I don't know why it just I don't know how old you guys are. Maybe some older than me, some younger than me, but it took me 23 years to figure out something that shouldn't have taken more than 2 minutes. You are so much more valuable than you think you are. And again, I'm talking to myself, obviously, but if anyone else needs to hear this, life goes on, and if you don't decide to live it, you're just wasting it. Life is like a gallon of milk, right? Except that gallon of milk probably expires in 60 years. And, to speed up the example, generally when you buy milk, it should last in your fridge about 2 weeks. So life is like a gallon of milk, right? And you're going to put it in the fridge. And what's going to happen is the milk that you have, that you bought, that you earned because you got a job, whatever allowed you to earn that milk is the life that you have right now. You could potentially never have been born, right? So you have that milk the same way that you have a life, and regardless if you drink the milk, it's gonna expire. So either you can enjoy the damn thing or you're gonna lose it. And so, yeah. And I'm just for the longest time I was afraid to open the door to the fridge, because like there is the milk, but then there's also the whatever, or there's so many complicated things. But you still got milk at the end of the day. You gotta try.